It's raining still. Well, it's not right now, there's rain on the way. Y'all hear the saw running on the track machine. I'm taking y'all down here to show y'all. I had to redesign my plan yesterday of the road crossing. They're down here working on that. I'm doing two things. I'm taking y'all along to show y'all how we're doing it, and I'm going to make sure it's being done right. Hang tight. Alright, so instead of building the mat like I was talking about yesterday, building these two corners up here, we're actually going to have to build a bridge across the road now. So we have the track machine up here. He's placing the wood in the ground. One at a time, Matt. One at a time. You can see the trees go from this ditch bank inside the woods to the other side of the ditch bank inside the woods, and I can see the ground over there in the woods already. That's something else we're fixing to do. Is we're to get this patch of timber over here cut. We are fixing to build mats all the way in there to it from the loader. The cutter is actually setting on a mat over that way. And then Brady and Michael's fixing to start building mats going this way. Yeah, you can go back to cutting, they'll start building the rest of it. Got Michael hanging out over there, we got Brady hanging out over there. When they go to building the mats and the access, I'll get y'all showed that, because it's aggravating for us, but this is some extremely cool stuff for y'all to watch. So y'all just y'all go grab you some popcorn and a Coke. It's fixing to get good. We'll watch that skidder come across there. All right, so see, now what he's doing is he's getting his wood laid out right there behind him. This is where I need the drone. The drone would go down at the worst possible time. Alright, so he's going to split that drag, and I've showed this before, but I know I got lots of new people, so I'm going to explain this like I've never explained it before. So he's going to split that drag, and then he's going to heel that wood up underneath that skidder, and then he's going to pick it up. I'm going to try and hold y'all up best y'all can see. You see how he picks that wood all the way up like that? And then he places it with that grapple, just like a shovel loader would. We don't have the shovels here. We could, but the shovels, they don't pay us for the shovels. So our skidders are the shovels. My machines are all, every one of them out here is a multi-purpose machine. That track cutter, it'll be a shovel the same way. Whenever we go to picking these accesses up, he'll shovel that stuff up in drags for them. Say he picked one. I need to get in a better spot for y'all. But he picked that one tree up. You see he's got his one mat built on this side. Let's see if I can get up here on this tree. Okay. You see how he's got his mat built on this side now. Now Michael's gonna come over here and he's gonna put some more wood filling that spot in right there. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to heel that wood up underneath the machine, flip his tops over, and build him a mat. Now it's a slow process getting this stuff started. That's the thing that nobody wants to do when it comes to shoveling, is getting this started. Once you get the mats established and started and everything starts rolling, and then you get your wood flow going back to the loaders, you can still run just as much wood a day. We'll watch him bring this other drag out here. You see how he kept himself up on the wood? And see, technically that's a big enough mat for what we're doing. But to add a little bit more room for them to have room to work coming out of these rows. And show y'all something too. Y'all looking at skidder. Y'all see how those windows are fogged up? It is super humid and muggy this morning. See how he's flipped that wood them tops are all the way over on this other side. Me and Brady's worked a bunch together when it comes to building mats and accesses and stuff. His whole first winter that he learned how to run a skidder, this is all I taught him to do, was nothing but this right here. When we was learning how to do this before, me and him in the second thinning, because people tell you can't mat the second thinning. And I tell you, you can't too, but it's just because I don't want to. But it comes down to the nut cutting, and you have to. But those old machines we used to, both of my skidders have the seats that turn around backwards in them, so it's easy for you to see. Used to that, we didn't have that luxury. It was those old H model skidders and them C model Tigercat skidders. And you see how he just whooped out on that wood right there, and you see how the machine just pulled itself right up out of there? If you wouldn't have that wood mat, you'd have to push and shove and push and shove and push and shove. Alright, so now they should have that mat fully built. The way we should be doing this, the way we do it on the other job, which we have 2 track machines on the other job, so it's a little bit less invasive on production. The skidder will go down there now, because you see where they're coming out is at their tops. That's where that down row is. Michael will probably go past, because it's just good enough ground that he can go past and then build his next mat that way. I know that sounds really confusing. Let me try and explain that better. Michael is going to go past the down row y'all saw him just coming out of. That's coming out right at his tops. That's going to be very difficult for him to pull his wood out in this access and then get it straight enough to heel up and go backwards, because he's going to build his mat backwards now behind him. That may be what we're fixing to see Brady do. Yep. Alright, see, he's going to grab it, and he's going to heel it up, and he's going to swing it over. See how he swings that tree all the way over, and then he's going to pack that tree. There's actually 2 trees in that little old grab right there. He's going to pack them backwards, and he's going to build his runners out of that. And what he'll normally do is he'll build if it was wet enough and that was the only way we could get to the next row, he'll build his whole mat that way. If it's dry enough like it is right now, he'll just build him some runners so they can run on it coming out of this first row right here. And then whenever they, you know, the row right there, right beside him, then whenever they go to the next row back there, the one that's way back there, then they'll finish filling in their mat. This is where it helps to have two skidders, because like Brady, he'll pretty well do nothing but mat work all day long. Now this is not something you want to do all the time because it is very expensive. It is not the most economical way to log, but it will work. It will get you by. Alright. They go to building some more mats. I'll be back in a second. We'll try and get down there real close on top of them. Alright, I'm over a little bit closer for y'all now. Y'all see there's 3 pieces of wood there. See Michael sitting back there. He's done went down there and got him a drag. He's going to even all them butts back up. He had to stop, Brady had to stop cleaning the windows. He's going to heel it up. And he's going to run backwards with it. He's going to place his tops down there about where his tires are going to be. He's going to set his wood down. And he's going to level that up a little bit with that grapple. And he'll put a tire on it. And then that'll help just mash it down. You see how the machine just gets up on that wood and runs? That's what the duals are for right there. You don't have to have this thing fully matted. Now, if you was running 44s or something, every pile of wood would have to look like that. Like this here, I can get away with this. This is how we work our down rows. We put just a little bit over there and a little bit over here. And I see Michael brought him up a little bit. Now he's going to go ahead and finish filling this in. And see, the biggest thing, we got to get this kind of patched up right now good, because one, there's rain like all around us. Two, this right here, we skidded a few drags yesterday afternoon in the rain, and the rain, trying to work this ground in the rain is a no-no. It loses itself. All right, and you see how those two right there are kind of crossed up on top? And he's going to split it, and he should heel that up, and he's going to go to the other side with it, I believe. Yep. Or he must have a little hole right there. Yep. Good job. Now that's a good enough mat right there. We don't need to add any more to it. It's just wide enough for the skidder to run on. It's good. It's good. I think Michael still had another piece or two down there. He's going to go, looks like one piece. A couple pieces maybe? I can't see. That's the thing with thinning. It is so hard to show y'all what is going on in my application, because y'all see the bushes and the amount of timber that I have to have left on the ground. It is so hard to show y'all what is going on. And he backed that up and he snapped a couple of those small tops out of that. And he's going to go ahead and build that on over there. Not only was he snapping those smaller tops out, he was getting his tops more over where it needs to be. And get y'all up here. Well, I believe he's going to grab that. Yeah, he's going to grab that now, looking at what he's looking at. He's going to grab that pile Michael just brought up there and dropped off to him. And he's going to flip that out into the access, building the mat going that way. See, that's the aggravating part. You get one tree and won't cooperate with you. He may have too much there that he's trying to heal up. You can run it backwards like what he just done right there. He's got it hung on some hardwoods down there. But he snipes them tops out and it makes it easier to pick up. And then you see, this is what I was talking about a minute ago. You take that wood and run backwards with it, build a mat going backwards. Pretty impressive if y'all ask me. That's not something everybody does. I think we should be just about good enough to start skidding on it now. Let him pull up out of the way there, and I'll get out here and access, show y'all what it looks like. Y'all see it's a road of wood. Pretty dang neat. You see when he comes by, you don't have a maxed out drag. That's why I run 2 skidders in the wintertime, full time. Y'all see him going up the road. Y'all can see it pumping the mud. Y'all can see how nasty, sloppy it looks. That hole right there don't look that deep, but that's almost shin deep on me. But you put this wood out here, ain't hurt a soul. We ready to rock and roll, y'all. Watch Matt start his next row here. See how he backed up and dropped his wood there? And he needed to get that track up on that wood. Skidder go by, we'll get more over close to him. But you got to back up and put your butts even where this access mat is going to be really close to. Goes back to yesterday's video. You're gonna have that big gap. Y'all see how wet it is right here. Here's water coming out of the ground right there. And then you got your rut right here. When he threw this down, he should have got himself up on at least this one piece of wood to help prevent this. Yeah, that's the thing. Y'all gonna keep hearing me say he should have a lot, because I am teaching 2 people how to run it, how to work these mats and stuff. Michael is one of them. This is his first winter learning how to do this matting. Matt knows a little bit about it. He has the general concept of it down from clear cutting, but doing it in thinning is completely different. You see how he didn't fill his head all the way up? You just got to go to the end of your tops. Look right here. All you had was 2 pieces of wood. You go to the next end of your tops up there. I think he's got 3 pieces there. I think in that head full he just threw down, there was like 4 pieces in it. I don't have a prism on me, but I think he's going a little bit thick on his thinning. It may not be. Sometimes it looks different looking down the down row like this. So he's starting to get far enough away and the bushes are starting to get thick. It's hard to, again, it's just hard to watch a cutter thinning application unless it's just like really clear. So you got that top hung up. It pulled it out. That's the thing about that 853. You get its tops hung up or something like that, either the tops are coming out or they're snapping. One of the two. There is no in between. Let y'all watch the Tigercat 620 come by. See, now it's okay if we mush it up a little bit right here before we get our mat built. It's going to be easier to build their mat here from the next row down. So that's why this hasn't got a wood mat in it yet. Something else you have to pay attention to when you're doing this, and a lot of people think you need to get it all the way out to the outside. See how he's got this piece of wood, 2 pieces of wood, throw it all the way over there. And there's actually 2 pieces of wood here. See that light spot right there? That's actually a piece of wood. You watch when Michael comes up out of there. He's having to pick a side to get his tires up on. See over there? His other tire is what y'all would be looking at is your left-hand tires. They're off the wood because Matt has the runners built too wide. There's a lot going on this morning. Y'all are getting a lot. I mean, I don't even think it's 8 o'clock yet. Y'all are just, I probably got the whole dang video already done for today. But that's something I was going to point out here. Is you notice how, okay, this stuff is bedded. And we know what bedded is. So that bed is right here. Your tracks are running right here. And then right here. If you're building runners on a track cutter, you want your runner to be about halfway, right there, about halfway of your track out. Halfway of your track and out. If you go to building it on the edge of your tracks, the only thing that's going to catch on the skidder, will be the outside dual. And you need something for the inside and outside dual to run on. Yeah, it could be a little bit more stressful on the outside axle just running on the outside piece, but it's just the thing of keeping that inside tire on wood as well. So I'm fixing to head back to the truck, let them kind of work this a little bit. Whenever it gets time to start picking this access up, I'm sure I'll be back down here. As y'all see, it's getting darker. I think it's fixing to rain. I'm out on getting wet. So yeah, man, that's wild, ain't it? Alright, the patch across the road's cut. It's time to clean the road crossing out that we built. How about time lapse? Here we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I imagine we're fixing to rain out. Y'all can see them kind of hiding out in the truck. It's still raining on and off. Right now it's got a little bit of a break. Let's see if I get the radar pulled up and I'll show y'all what we got. Mickey's cleaning up a drag. Got 2 more over there waiting on him. Got a truck coming in. They're down there picking up the mats. It's rained a little over a half now, right around a half, somewhere in there. Another ½ inch of rain. So between last night and today, it's another inch that's fell. So in the past 2 days, it's 2.75 inches. It's nasty, it's muddy. We can't go start this back set back here because there is a fence in the set from some dang deer hunters. We have to wait on them to come get their fence out of our set. So as y'all can see, it's kind of hard to see. I know it's not the best. But the blue dot, that's us. We had rain. Right now, rain's just south of us. We just got done with a shower. And like I said, we're waiting on some more rain is brewing up south of us to come through. So they did give me my maps for the next few spots, but 1 is second thinning and it's in a bad spot. 2 is first thinning and it is horrible, and I don't know if the ground will work. So we're going to have to wait till tomorrow when the rain kind of quits falling before we can decide if any of that is going to work. So anyway, we're wrapping this one up. I know, kind of scattered out. The beginning of this video was really good though. And then it just went to crap. But anyway, we appreciate everybody. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe for me. We'll be back tomorrow. May have to do something from home if it don't stop raining. But we'll be back. We're out of here, y'all. Later.